You haven't lost anything. The number in your account is the same. Your title hasn't changed. And still, something presses against the inside of your chest at 2 a.m. You earned that salary, the one that was supposed to end this. Reached the milestone. Supposed to be arrival. Got what you planned for. So why? Why does it feel like the floor just quietly moved? That reset has a name, hedonic adaptation. Your brain isn't broken. It's just doing what it does, normalize. Every win becomes the new floor. Nothing changes. You do. AI didn't move the floor. Not really. But it changed what the floor was made of. Certainty. Irreplaceability. That quiet confidence. That your expertise was yours. The floor hasn't moved. So why? Does it feel like it has? It was never about the money, right? It was the story the money told. That you had figured it out. That you were irreplaceable. That the future was predictable. Was it? That Fed survey, 2024, high-income earners. Those above $75,000 report the sharpest rise in economic anxiety since 2008. Not the poor. The prepared. And you're supposed to be fine. Early 2025, 44% of white-collar professionals. Their expertise? Partially replicable by AI. Partially. That word shouldn't feel this heavy, but it does. The skills that made you hireable? Now they're tutorial-able. The knowledge that took a decade, someone can approximate it in an afternoon. With the right prompt. You've seen it happen. So why does that feel quiet? That wound, identity and status collapse. Not job loss, right? Identity threat. The story, I am rare, quietly, without announcement, becomes, I am one of many possible outputs. Here's the question nobody says out loud. Have you calculated the number, the income level, where you thought you'd finally feel stable? Did you reach it? And did it work? The skills that made you hireable, now tutorial-able. The knowledge that took a decade to build, someone can approximate it in an afternoon. With the right prompt. You know this. You've seen it happen. That wound. Not job loss. Identity threat. The story, I am rare, quietly, without announcement, becomes, I am one of many possible outputs.
The question you don't say out loud, have you calculated the number? The income level where you thought you'd finally feel stable. Did you reach it? And did it work?
Each win. Each milestone. Each proof of your worth. Then that same silence. Not gratitude. Not satisfaction. Just a recalibrated baseline. And a new bar, slightly higher. That's silence. Not failure. It's just adaptation. Working the way it does. You adapted. Then AI arrived. An adaptation. Not a luxury anymore. More like survival. You thought you knew what was happening. But no, your brain did something else. Conflated two things, financial security and predictive certainty. AI didn't threaten your bank account. It threatened your forecast. Financially, you're probably more stable than it feels. That gap between objective reality and subjective terror, not irrationality. It's the correct response. An identity built on certainty, now living in uncertainty. Here is what nobody is saying clearly. The rebuild is not skill stacking. More certificates will not fix an identity crisis. What you're actually rebuilding is your relationship with unpredictability itself. The old social contract. Do the right things, earn the right outcomes. That contract was never guaranteed, but it felt guaranteed. AI didn't break it. It just exposed the illusion. That thing. Hedonic adaptation. The thermostat of your happiness always returns to baseline. This is biological, so salary didn't fix it. Promotion didn't fix it. And adding AI mastery to your resume probably won't fix it either. That loop, more courses, more credentials, more signals of relevance. Not a strategy, just anxiety, masquerading as productivity. Identity and status rebuilt through accumulation, fragile by design. You know that. The people navigating this best. Not the most credentialed. They're the most emotionally architected. Separated what I do from who I am. A separation AI can't threaten. Can it? This is the moment, not when you master the tool, Not when you get the next title, but when you realize you were never the certainty. You're just the one who moves through it. The floor can disappear, and you remain. Rebuild 1. Separate your identity from your deliverables. You are not what you produce. You are the quality of attention, judgment, and care you bring. Things AI can simulate, but not originate. Rebuild 2. Invest in relationships that don't require a job title to function. The psychological safety of being known, not for your role, but for your character, is not a soft skill. It is your most durable asset. Rebuild 3. Financial architecture that tolerates volatility. 6-month reserve. Reduced lifestyle debt. Not austerity, clarity. When the income prediction becomes uncertain, the buffer is what buys your nervous system time to think. Rebuild 4. Create something that exists outside the economic system's judgment. A project, a practice, a skill with no immediate ROI. The brain needs a domain where hedonic adaptation isn't the only feedback loop. The hedonic adaptation trap loosens when your reference point shifts from "Am I relevant?" to "Am I useful?" Usefulness is not a salary. It is a relationship. Stability in the AI era is not financial certainty. It is emotional coherence, knowing who you are when the predictions fail. This is not a soft idea. It is the only kind of stability AI cannot automate. You did not come this far by being certain. You came this far by continuing despite uncertainty. That was always the skill. AI just made it visible. The floor is still cracked. That doesn't change. But what's beneath it is no longer empty. You have rebuilt the architecture of who you are beneath the architecture of what you earn. Identity and status rebuilt through hedonic adaptation awareness, financial clarity, and emotional architecture is not the same as the old certainty. It is better. It can move with you. If this changed something, subscribe. Every week, Quiet Money explores the psychology behind what money actually does to your identity and what to do about it. The next video is already waiting.